Yes.
So his original name is John Orley Allen Tate. He's an American poet, essayist, and social commentator. He was also a poet laureate from 1943 to 1944. Although he is from America, he also resided in England. He was also a leading exponent of new criticism, and he is one of the youngest new critic. He gives importance to the formal qualities of a work. Reactionary essays on poetry and Reason in Madness. These are the two important collection of essays by Allen Tate. Reactionary essays on poetry and Reason in Madness. This is the essay which was asked in one of the exams. Reason in Madness. Essay by Allen Tate. As a new critic, he has coined the term tension in poetry. This is a very interesting term, tension in poetry. Poetry में tension कैसे आ सकती है? To describe what he calls the common quality of a good poetry. If a poetry has tension inside, then it is a good poetry. अगर poetry में tension नहीं है, तो वो good poetry नहीं है. Now we have to understand what is that tension that he is talking about. Tension in poetry has been taken from one of his essays, and the title of essay is The Man of Letters in the Modern World. Selected essays. This was the title. The title is very important. The Man of Letters in the Modern World. It was a collection of essays that is subtitled Selected Essays. The essay deals with tension as the life of a poem. A poem has only life if it has the tension. अगर poem में tension नहीं है तो poem का कोई life नहीं है. Poem is useless, absurd poem. It reveals Tate's view that a good poem is one in which the extension and the intention are in the state of tension. Now, the entire concept of tension has been taken from this statement. The extension and the intention are in a state of tension. Now I'm going to explain this. And what is intention? He says that अगर poetry में extension और intention नहीं है तो वो good poetry नहीं है. So extension means a denotative meaning. ये चीज समझना बहुत ही जरूरी है. It is very important to understand कि what is extension and what is intention. Extension means denotative, literal meaning. Extension means denotative, the meaning which denote. For example, the building is on fire. So there is a literal meaning of fire. कि building में आग लग गई है. Now, what is intention? Intention is a connotative meaning. Connotative means heart or mind. Connotative is a symbolical or metaphorical meaning. Like my heart is on fire. मेरे दिल में आग लग गई है. So intention is connotative meaning. Connotation has been taken from mind. Connotation means mind. So you must note it down what is extension and what is intention. Extension means denotative, intention means connotative.
Connotative.
Denotative means literal meaning, connotative means metaphorical meaning or symbolical meaning.
Symbolical.
So he says that a poetry must contain extension and intention both. Then what he did? He removed 2 words from extension, 2 letters, and 2 letters from intention. क्या बना?
Tension.
Tension.
Very right. So यहाँ से x हटा दिया और यहाँ से in हटा दिया. So he found a common term for extension and intention, and that he called tension in poetry. So that means if a poetry has tension, then it is a good poetry. Now explain these terms in detail. I will not show you the questions today because it will be too much late. The essay, The Man of Letters in the Modern World, selected essays. This was the essay in which he found these terms, tension in poetry. It is divided into 3 parts. The first part deals with fallacy of communication in poetry. This is again very important term. Fallacy in communication. Till now we have read about intentional fallacy, effective fallacy. Now fallacy of communication. So I'll also explain this term. What is fallacy of communication? The second part deals with tension in poetry, and the third one gives some examples of the significance of tension in poetry. So the first part is the fallacy of communication in poetry. He has given a few examples, but before he says that mass language is the medium of communication. And he illustrates the point with some examples. The first example he gives, Justice Denied in Massachusetts. It's a poem by Miss Meili, where he is explaining the fallacy of communication in poetry. Although this poem is not relevant to us, the next example that I have taken, for example, is The Vine by James Thompson. Now, this is the poem that you have to read and find out where is the fallacy in the communication. The language here appeals to an affective emotional state. Affective means connected to metaphorical meaning, symbolical meaning. So it says the wine of love is music. So music has been used as a metaphorical meaning. Wine of love. How can it be music? So it is a metaphorical. So he says that language that is used here, music and song, and the feast of love is song. So song and music both are used as a metaphorical words. So it does not have coherent meaning, either literal or implied. There is no literal meaning of the word music or song. Music और song यहाँ अपना खुद का meaning नहीं बता पा रहे. They are used as a metaphorical words. That explains the wine of love, and song explains the feast of love. So the more closely we examine the lyric, the more obscure it becomes, the more useless, more absurd it becomes. So he says that the wine is failure in denotation. Denotation means literal meaning is not there. That means this poem is a failure in denotation. The language of the poem lacks objective content, like the words music and song that I already explained, that there is no denotation or no literal meaning of the word. So this poem is a failure. It is not able to communicate its own meaning. The next example that he has given is Abraham Cowley's Hymn to Light. And this is the beginning lines, which reads, the violet spring's little infant stands, girt in thy purple swaddling bands. This is not girt, it is girl. There is a spelling mistake. Girl are in the purple, swaddling means wrapping cloth for the wrapping. So the girl are in the wrapping bands. They are wrapped in a cloth. So he says that Hymn to Light is also a failure in connotation. Here, there is no metaphorical meaning. जो भी लिखा है totally it is giving a literal meaning. There is no metaphorical meaning in this poem. So this is again a fallacy of communication. And then he gives a tension in poetry. So as I said that he removed in from intention and X from extension, that becomes a tension in poetry. So he says that a successful poem is the one in which there are two meanings existing, that is extension and intention, both should be there. He's giving a very beautiful example. This is the poem which I am going to give you. This poem has been taken from John Donne's A Valediction Forbidding Morning. And in this poem, he says that there is an infusion of extension and intention. There is a metaphorical meaning as well as there is a literal meaning. So see how it says. Here is the interpretation of this poem. Our souls do not feel there is any distance between us. It reads like our two souls, therefore, which are one. How two souls can be one? Can it be? No. So it is a metaphorical meaning. Two souls cannot be one, literally. Though I must go, endure not yet, a breach but an expansion like gold to airy thinness beat. Means when a gold plate is hammered, it expands. That's true. That's the literal meaning. When a gold is beaten out into thin sheets, so it covers a greater area. So there is nothing metaphorical here. So in the first stanza itself, you can find there is infusion of metaphorical meaning as well as literal meaning. So Tate derives this poem as the best example of tension in poetry.